today's video. If you want to see how I got this look and look very cute, then keep on watching. So we're gonna do a cute look. Today's look is gonna be very cute. Just cute. Call me cute, because I am. First up, we gotta prime the skin. I'm gonna go in with the Glassy Skin Balm. And I'm not gonna use a whole lot because, you know, with the world today, we do need masks. And quick FYI, this does not hold up under masks as a primer. Just saying. So for today's skin, I'm gonna go in with something a little bit lighter coverage. I'm gonna be going in with this guy here, which is the Pure Lease B Cream. And this is in shade Light. And it also has SPF, which is fantastic. Just gonna do a little dab there, a little dab there, a little one here. And then that's basically it. First, I'm gonna use my fingers to spread it out just because that's the way I like this. And I'm gonna go with the Hank & Henry Beauty Sponge. And now I'm gonna blend it all out. One thing I like about this is you can still see my freckles through, but it makes everything look really even, so it doesn't look like, you know, so it doesn't look cakey, but I also don't look like I'm not wearing anything. Just like a nice light coverage to cover. I am going to go in with some little bit of high coverage concealer, and we're going to be going in with Maybelline Super Stay Concealer. Okay, also in shade Light, and I'm just going to really highlight this inner portion, kind of like a little C, just like that. That's it, nothing crazy, and then blend it out. So when I'm blending it out, I'm just tapping it, not moving it. I'm just literally tapping where it is, and it does a lot. But yeah, now that it's basically blended in, now I'm just gonna kind of go ahead and disperse the product a little bit more. I'm really not a fan of this trend going around to only put concealer here and here. Like, I'm really not a fan of that. I think it looks so bad on my skin, like on my face shape. If it looks good on you, that's cool, like you good. But on me, it just looks like I'm missing a bunch of concealer. Like the middle of my eye is just so dark compared to everything else. I'm like, Anyways, so I found that this less is more trend for me is great just right around here, because I feel like it makes my inner corner just so nice and bright, and everything else just looks put together. You know what I mean? So I need to go ahead and set everything, and I'm gonna be using my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. If you don't know what we're using by this point, girl, I don't know where you've been, but blend it out. Make sure you're not going to be setting any creasing, and then tap, 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 tap. So we're gonna do some brows. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy for the brows because, again, you want to make everything very cute. We're gonna do some powder brows, and we're gonna go with the Brow Bar True Glam Brow Makeover Kit, the shade Medium. I'm gonna hop between these two shades right over here, mainly focusing on this one and just kind of adding this one in the very end, just like teensy little bit. So we're just gonna brush through, and we're gonna start just filling in, just going right over where the hairs already are. And I'm gonna be starting with the first color and then making that first sharp initial line, and then I'm kind of pushing all that product up. And then I'm going to outline the front of my brow with no additional product. Again, just what's from that original line there. And just use that to color it in. And you got yourself a brow. So for today's palette, we're going to be going in with the Natasha Denona Peak palette. And these colors are just so gorgeous. First off, okay. I'm using every single shade except for this one right over here because it's quite bright. But We're gonna use this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, to begin, we're gonna use a super large fluffy brush, and we're gonna go in with this pink right over here, and we're just gonna put that all in the crease. Going to kind of focus it here on the end, and then kind of bring it over to the front once we're happy with that. So now that we've got that down, we're gonna go into this dark brown here, which is really pretty. It's like the perfect coffee color. I don't know. Talking about coffee, let me just... And we're not gonna use a lot of this, guys, because it is very pigmented, but I'm just gonna start that on the very edge of my lid. Kind of tap it in so far. And now that I'm happy with where the color is, then I'm gonna go ahead and blend. It's very important placing your pigments. If you don't place them and you just shh, well, that's where it's gonna be. But you place it and then you blend it. And a lot of people forget that. So I'm gonna keep this mainly on the lid. And then once I'm happy with it, I'm just gonna blend everything out to be a little more cohesive with my crease color. Okay, this is very cute so far. Okay, now I'm gonna use my phalange. I'm gonna use my finger. Go in with this white shade here. It's like a nice bone. And I'm just going to place that on the inner corner with a tapping motion. Just on the inner half of my lid. Gonna go back in with that brush I just used and just soften out that line around the crease, and then where the brown and bone meet. Okay, so again, we're gonna go in with our finger. We're gonna go in with this nice, beautiful shimmer shade. And it's like a really nice, perfect, like champagne, not champagne, like, I don't even know, but it's just the perfect shade. And we're gonna go right over top where place that bone shade. So again, inner half. Like, you can definitely leave it like this, add some mascara, and you're good to go for sure. More of a soft, pretty look, but this, I feel, just elevates it and makes it look like you just want to look. You want to look at her makeup, you know? Go back in with my first brush, one tap into the dark brown, and I'm just gonna kind of redeposit that and just kind of shimmy those two together, meeting halfway. Just like that. Okay, so now we're gonna go with some eyeliner with the same coffee brown that we have on the outer lid. We're gonna use it as an eyeliner. The reason why I'm using a brown is because I want to keep it more soft and subtle, but still cute, but I want something there. And because we already use this shade here, it's not gonna be as bold. It's just gonna make it look more clean, I feel, you know? So we're gonna go with a very small angled brush. I'm just gonna wet it with some setting spray. I'm gonna use the Mario Badescu facial spray. I'm gonna use this to wet the brush and make it more of like a not dry shadow. So I'm just gonna follow my natural eye shape and just create like a little half wing. Then I'm gonna take my Morphe M156 brush. I'm gonna use the smaller side, and I'm gonna first go in with the pink on my lower lash line, as close to the lash line as possible without smoking it out at all. just because I want to keep everything cohesive. So I'm going to try to do the same vibe on the bottom of my eye as I did on the top of my eye. I'm going to use a larger side and one quick dunk of brown just to kind of go over that. And we're basically done. Almost done. I give the lashes a little curl. Throw on some mascara. The one I'm using today is the BFF mascara from ColourPop. And then we're gonna add a little coat on our bottom lashes, but not too much. So we're not gonna add too much highlight, but we're gonna go in with the Baked Highlighter by e.l.f. and this is the shade Moonlight Pearl. Literally the best shade I've ever used. Okay. Slap that on. And I'm gonna bring it all the way to my cheeks. So I look glowy all around, you know. So we're gonna throw on some lip gloss, the Groupie lip gloss from Morphe. And we've got a look. So we've come to the end of the video. I know, it's sad. But I do want to thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me. It's always a good time and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Bye guys.